This is Watcher 6 to Cipher 9. Initial target assessment is complete. Recommend you proceed to Planet Belsavis for operational briefing.
You new Watchers aren't much for conversation.
We can endeavor to be more sociable if you like. Uploading hyperspace coordinates and new security codes. Be aware that in times of war, clearance must be reconfigured every 6 hours. Watcher 6 out.
This whole conspiracy tripe, you really think we're gonna find something?
I think prudence is a virtue in times like these.
They sent a summary briefing file, sir. Whatever you need, we'll be ready.
Work as a team and don't lose sight of our goals. Understood? Yeah, all right. Strap in.
Sir, since our combat session went so well, I thought we might try something else. Lessons in interpersonal manipulation and information extraction. Lecture 1 entitled...
Once they think they need you, they'll tell you anything.
Descriptive name, sir. Is it always about need? When I first arrived at Zero Station, no one trusted me. I was the human Imperial who must have been a spy. But I learned my way around. And once the Chiss accepted my competence, it was easy to make friends.
That's one of your strengths. People like you, and you can use that.
So suppose we're separated during an operation against pirates, say. How does your hand-trained operative play it?
You blend into the background and wait for an opportunity. Don't stir the pot unless you know what you're in for.
I'll happily leave that to you, then. I don't know what you think of my potential, sir, but I do appreciate your guidance. I've been deceiving people like an amateur for years. Time I started doing it right.
Doctor, you wanted to talk?
Yes, and I'm terribly sorry to take your time, but I have a small request. To be frank, it's a bit of an embarrassment.
If you need to start feeding on humanoid blood, I don't think I can arrange it.
You almost sound like you disapprove. It's nothing of the sort. I told you before about my safe houses, how my intruder alarms have been going off. Well, I attributed it to local happenstance. I may have been mistaken. My safe house on Balmora exploded.
Any idea who among your enemies is responsible?
I could theorize regarding who did this and why, but truthfully, all I know is someone bypassed Imperial security to get inside. I'll need to see the safe house in person. I'll return as soon as I can.
You could be walking into a trap. Stay alert, Doctor.
And you.
Agent, you recall we spoke to the diplomatic service about building an alliance between Empire and Kilix? Falner Eth, the man who offered his backing in return for our assistance, has asked us for his first favor.
You don't owe him anything, you know.
No, but his support could make a difference. Falner wants our notes on various families and unaligned worlds in the Questal sector. He means to bring that sector into the Empire. We worked in Questal a long while, and we knew its people well. It's odd to see someone else take the reins.
You don't talk about your old life.
We don't often have a reason to think about it. We do miss negotiating, reaching out to understand people, synthesizing their needs. Dizana of the Lesai Nest says that desire makes us a better joiner. It's only small comfort.
You haven't forgotten your training. Even as Dawn Herald, you're an ambassador.
Perhaps. But seeing men like Falner again, we think it's best if he handles negotiations. Apologies, Agent. This is something we need to think on more deeply. But we are glad you stand by us.
Well, I'm afraid the news is mixed. My safe house did indeed burn to the ground, along with 3 would-be assassins who were attempting to wire it with explosives. Apparently, my security triggered their bombs prematurely.
Do you booby-trap all your safe houses? Or just the ones your enemies know about?
You make it sound like I used safe houses as bait. I did acquire genetic samples of the intruders. I'll be running traces shortly. One was a human male. The others, uncertain. Regardless, They used Imperial equipment and codes to get inside. Someone in the Empire wants me dead.
This could be a frame job. It wouldn't be hard to arrange.
A wise assertion, although the particulars suggest otherwise. One way or the other, I take comfort in the fact that I'm once again viewed as a threat. My days in retirement are over.
This is headquarters to Cypher 9, clearing your arrival with station control.
Cypher, you're now orbiting 40,000 kilometers above Belsavis, the Republic's largest penal colony. Fancy rebuilding your criminal reputation?
I thought you'd swapped your sense of humor for the promotion.
Only in part. Proceed, Watcher 3.
Belsavis prison was built in secret to hold the galaxy's most dangerous individuals. 3 main levels, thousands of specialized cell blocks holding everyone from changelings to Sith Lords.
We've known of the prison's existence for nearly a year. Now we understand that the conspirators subverted Belsavis to their own use.
You sound pretty confident, given the circumstances.
It's all about following the record trail.
The conspirators pulled strings with Republic higher-ups to construct a special section, Mega Security Ward 23. It's somewhere past the alien cells and the genocide ward. They built it and sealed it when Belsavis was founded. No one gets inside.
It's the highest security area of the best protected prison in the galaxy. You're going to break in and find what it's hiding.
I assume they've left more than a padlock to protect it.
We don't know. The rest of the prison uses everything from lasers to force fields to sanitization gas. 2 decades ago, a prison gang heard about the ward and tried to breach it, hoping something inside would help them escape.
Thieves, security experts, the underworld's best. None of them made it back. But they had the right idea.
You'll assemble your own gang from the prison. Establish yourself as a fellow inmate and succeed where the last group failed.
Anyone particular in mind for my gang?
You'll find supplies and a detailed dossier at our outpost on the planet's surface.
Our military forces are encouraging riots as part of the war effort. It's distracting the Republic and should conceal your operation. But don't be mistaken, the prisoners are not grateful. Keep it out.
Luka kukap, kaya omnok melakukam ino, laporam amga, mamni nikag, nagnaya mamni kamgam.
Let me go talk to him.
Kanang nimu, kemgam karayang mat.
Approach. You have garnered the attention of my master, the Emperor. He foresees you performing great deeds on Belsavis, and he sends this message. Do not disappoint him.
If he gave me an objective to fulfill, it would help.
In time. First, familiarize yourself with the Belsavis system. This planet holds the Republic's dirtiest secret. A maximum security prison, home to the galaxy's most depraved convicts. We've come to free them. Specifically, the Dread Masters. Elder Sith who could change the course of the war.
The Empire's risking much to free these Sith. Why?
The Dread Masters possess the unique ability to cripple an entire enemy force with terror. We've deployed special operations groups to release them. They freed prisoners and sparked riots. But during the chaos, we lost contact with all 5 teams. You will need to re-establish contact, and, if necessary, relaunch the operation to free the Dread Masters.
There's not a prison built that I can't crack.
The shuttle will drop you at the last known location of Operations Group 5. Find Lord Medicius. Help him fan the flames of the riot. Minimum resources, maximum results. That's how we avoid disappointing the Emperor.
Cypher 9. A word. Imperial Guard's been looking for you.
Agent, I see you survived your business in Mega Security Ward 23. Impressive. I am Commander Vorel of the Imperial Guard. Your deeds have drawn the eye of my master, the Emperor. He calls on you for a vital assignment.
I didn't know the Imperial Guard allowed women into its ranks.
The Empire may favor its sons, but I have proven my strength over thousands of men. Agent Brandis, the briefing.
Yes, Commander. As you know, the Rakata built Belsavis's prison. They're gone, but their technology remains buried in the planet. At 0700 hours, we located the Rakata machinery that powers Belsavis. Its immediate recovery is the Empire's top priority.
What are Rakata?
A highly advanced species that ruled the galaxy millennia ago. Records reveal heavy dark side use and unequaled engineering feats.
Once secured, the Empire will use the Rakata technology to construct a massive research station in Belsavis's image. From this second Belsavis, we will harness and perfect the Rakata's might. But first, you must help me claim their technology.
Can you actually duplicate an entire planet?
In spirit, yes, though our station will make Belsavis pale in comparison. Join me at Site 2 of the Republic's domination experiments. We will discuss your involvement further.
There you have it. Be careful. The Rakata tech has done something awful to the alien prisoners there.
Welcome, Agent. I take it Commander Callum sent you to lend us your talents. I'm Lord Medicius, leader of Operations Group 5. We started this riot by arming prisoners and pointing them at their Republic captors. But our primary goal is to extract certain inmates held deep within the prison.
Commander Callum said they were Sith Lords.
Correct. The Dread Masters. They can reach out through the Force and pierce their enemies with terror. Whole armadas surrender to them without firing a shot. The Republic claimed the Dread Masters were killed in the last war. Returning them to the field would be a crowning achievement.
Do you have a fix on the Dread Master's location?
The Republic moved them into the deep prison. We've heard nothing since. Meanwhile, the Warden brought in a hard-headed off-world enforcer, Ellis Ruger. He's here to close our exit corridor. If the Republic isn't stopped, they'll retake this landing zone. Without an exit, our prison break will fail.
I've held off army units. Prison guards will be like wading through dung.
Just the attitude we need to break them. They're cowering behind force fields, sending droids to do their dirty work. These Warden droids have enough firepower to incapacitate a small army. The rioters are losing hope, but we can reignite their rage. Destroy enough droids and the convicts will smell blood. They'll practically defend our landing zone for us.
Crowds are so easily manipulated. Once I dispatch the droids, the prisoners will run to follow suit.
Like Nerf to the slaughter. Simply defeat enough Warden droids to inspire the rioters' confidence. Then they'll fight our enemy for us.
Begin playback. Authorization Cipher 9.
Cipher, this is Infiltration Operative Bax Kohler. I've assembled a list of prisoners with the skills to breach Mega Security Ward 23. This is Camden Slyke, assassin and escape artist. His brother died breaking into the ward some years ago. Slyke can reconstruct and reassess his brother's plan. He hates authority figures, Imperials included. Next, Cheney Barrow, slicer and computer expert, former top saboteur for the Exchange, motivated by greed and known to nurse a grudge. SWTOR, ex-mercenary and bounty hunter, cast out of the Mandalorians for dishonorable conduct. He'll provide support and demolitions. Lastly, Parkos. No information on his crimes, but he's an alien tracker whose species sees through walls. Handy to have around traps. These people are volatile and extremely dangerous. Present yourself as a fellow inmate. Do not reveal your allegiance.
Burly men and touchy alien freaks. It's like running with the old gang.
Somehow, I don't think this group will be together long.
Like I said.
You'll use explosives to free the prisoners. Tag each prison cell with a blasting cap, then head to the Republic Security Center. Use the security consoles to disable any fail-safes and make contact with the prisoners. You can detonate the blasting caps remotely. Maps and safe house coordinates are attached. You're on your own now.
Belsavis isn't safe to travel alone, but if you got this far, maybe you could help. I'm Captain Van Dorn, head of Operations Group 4. We just unleashed enough vicious alien prisoners to keep the Republic busy for months. Then we hit a hiccup. The alien gangs went berserk, attacking Imperial and Republic alike. We need to restore order, ASAP.
A mob of prisoners shouldn't be too hard to control.
Operations Group 4 can handle anything. My team's out there now, beating the bushes and... Excuse me. Captain Van Dorn speaking. Dead? All of them? No, that's impossible. Well, stop blabbering and... Sergeant! Sergeant! The alien gangs have wiped out Operations Group 4. We've lost control of this wing.
A child could see the danger of unleashing hordes of frenzied aliens.
I followed Commander Callum's orders exactly. Still, this can be fixed. I knew these aliens were brutal. That's why we released them. But they've crossed the line. Carve up their top gangs and make the aliens fear us. Then we'll be able to evacuate the Dread Masters.
I don't like it, but I'll do what I have to.
Thank you. Gun for the Gamorreans, Anomids, and Gand. They're the fiercest scum of the bunch. Kill enough members of each gang, and they'll learn to respect the Empire.
I'll show you my gun.
Warning. Security lockdown in process.
Open prisoner files for Kanjan Slyke, Cheney Barrow, Ota, and Parkers. Disable cell failsafes.
Cell failsafes disabled. Defenses will not be activated in case of breach.
Open communications link.
You're one of them now. Let them know who they're dealing with.
Pay attention. I have an offer to make. Right now, you're rotting in jail. Riots go bad. You could even starve to death. But I'm putting together a job, and I need good people. Your freedom's an advance on the pay. Doors blow in 10 seconds. Look for the meeting place on your holomap. I expect you to be there.
Hope they bought it.
Scorpio sanctions activated. Was a very articulate speech. You chose your audience poorly. For example, Cheney Barrow is only the third best slicer on Belsavis. I have now killed the other two.
You assume I chose my audience for something specific.
It isn't an assumption, but the odds are in my favor. Good luck getting your prisoners to work together. We'll speak again.
The warden droids are no more. I hope the rioters took note.
Have no fear. Thousands of prisoners already move against the droids. More devotees follow your footsteps every minute. Many have died in the process, but that's normal.
The job's done. Easy.
Then I have a powerful ally indeed. The warden droids were meant to be the equal of 20 prisoners. Still, we need more convicts on our side. Turn this mob into an army and the Republic will be permanently occupied. An army begins with generals. We must provide the prisoners with the leadership they require.
There must be plenty of leadership material locked up here. Break them out and put them to work.
Exactly. There's a carbonite storage facility in the intake yards, full of frozen convicts. Some were rebellion leaders, others simply murdered every guard they found. We need both persuasions.
Can't we train the prisoners ourselves? You've already armed them.
These prisoners are celebrities down here. They command loyalty and respect. Let them lead the riot, while we keep this landing zone open. Prisoner, what of your mission into the Carbon Gallery?
The crisis response unit ambushed us. I got away. Only me.
Excellent. Ruga took the bait. Now you can free the frozen prisoners and wipe out the crisis response unit all at once.
Your trap just made my job more dangerous.
But the payoff will be considerable. Without his top men, Ruga must scramble to defend his station. Destroy the guards and defrost the prisoners. They'll turn this riot into an organized army. Then we'll have safe passage to extract the Dread Masters.
Nothing like a rebellion to shake things up.
I hope you're proud. Your time on Bel Savis is up.
Sharp words from someone unfamiliar with my talents.
You think I can't smell Imperial intelligence all over you? I've been with the law 20 years this spring. I've seen it all. So let me make this perfectly clear. You've made a mistake. Time to pack up and fly home.
You can't scare me off, Ruger. I'm here to stay.
I'll enjoy throwing your stubborn carcass in jail.
Those alien gangs will think twice before attacking the Empire again.
I hope you kicked a few of them while they were down. The alien inmates are right where we want them, bruised, broken, and terrified of the Empire. But if I know criminals, they'll be back to their old tricks soon. We'd better ensure their wounds stay raw, but we don't have the manpower that disciplinary action takes.
What's stopping you from flooding this wing with Imperials?
Not enough resources. There's only one solution, a revolting one. Recruit aliens to enforce order. The aliens here are mostly slack-jawed brutes, except the Trandoshans. They follow a strict warrior's code of honor and competition. The fools even worship a goddess, some scorekeeper they think rewards honor. Devotions carve them into fanatics. Now they roam this wing, hunting dangerous prey.
That's just wonderful.
As vile as they are, we can win them over. All it takes is a little competition. Trandoshans can't resist a worthy foe, and it's not every day a top Imperial operative comes knocking. They'll be compelled to fight. Challenge their leader to a duel. Demand that if you win, his entire pack serves as the Empire's enforcers. They'll be honor-bound to obey.
If the Trandoshans laugh in my face, I'm killing every last one of them.
Don't worry, they'll bite. I mean, well, you understand. The Trandoshans built their fortress inside a vault. Storm the place and challenge their leader. Make the scaly thugs bow to the Empire.
Look out there. Hundreds of aliens in a savage fight for supremacy. Clever of the Republic to use a prison planet as the perfect secret laboratory. Test subjects are bound. No witnesses who aren't complicit. An elegant experiment, forcing imprisoned aliens to fight each other for dominance. Now they're loose.
This experiment doesn't sound like the Republic at all.
Which is why they did it here. They had their finest scientist on the job. The best chemical cocktails to ramp up aggression. The scientists studied what each alien could take and what they could dish out. Learned the breaking point of each species. Think what the Empire could do with that knowledge. To know which species can be soldiers and which are fit only as slaves.
Surely the Republic can't get away with this abomination.
A lot of Republic citizens will agree with you. That's why intelligence wants to extract confessions from the research scientists. Normally the Republic scientists are well guarded, but aliens overpowered the guards and took the researchers hostage. The Republic is negotiating their release, but a cipher agent could slip in and capture the scientists before they can act.
Scientists are too valuable to risk losing them. I'll recover them personally.
You'll want to start looking in the caves near the jungle. The aliens use them as a base of sorts. Once you've dealt with them, you'll be able to gather up the scientists. These neural override collars will force them to return here.
There was only enough power to thaw the best prisoners. I freed the agitators. They'll give these prisoners a purpose.
What those convicts lack in brutality, they make up for in wits. And they've already organized a large-scale riot. Ruger will not be pleased.
He called to threaten me. He seemed unafraid.
Ruger's tamed prisons before, even restored order to Coruscant's depths. It's time we end his career. The only thing keeping us from his throat are the force fields guarding his base. Luckily, a mad Deveronian prisoner, Golan, has the key.
Don't tell me Ruger hid it under a rock outside his base.
I don't know Golan's methods, only that he stole the key, and Ruger doesn't have a clue it's missing. Sadly, Golan's less than cooperative. He knows the key is valuable, plus he's trained in the Force and highly violent. The Republic tried executing him 4 times. That's when they shipped him to Belsavis. Now Golan thinks he can't die. He's refusing to hand over the key to Ruger's guard station.
I can be very charming.
You can try talking to him, but he's more the rip-your-arms-off type. Be ready when you approach. Golan roams near the resettlement camps, in the open areas where wise inmates leave him alone. Make your way there. The longer we delay, the more likely Ruger will change the lock frequency on the security fields.